Welcome to Hollywood Latest Reports. The world of hip-hop and celebrity culture thrives on glamour, power, and influence. But behind the bright lights and flashing cameras often lie darker truths, stories of pain, betrayal, and rumors that spiral into the public arena. In recent weeks, Yung Miami, the City Girls rapper and one-time close companion of Sean Diddy Combs, has become the center of a whirlwind storm of speculation. Her emotional breakdown during a live appearance left fans in shock, and the internet quickly connected her tears to Diddy's mounting scandals. Clips of Yung Miami crying circulated online within minutes. Fans, bloggers, and gossip platforms immediately jumped on the moment, speculating that she was hiding a devastating secret. Many viewers claimed her breakdown wasn't just about stress or career pressure. Some suggested she was burdened by something far more personal and connected directly to Diddy. The theory that quickly gained traction was that Diddy had somehow ruined her life, and this phrase became the rallying cry across social media timelines. Diddy himself has been under heavy fire, facing lawsuits, federal raids, and constant headlines about his lifestyle and alleged crimes. His reputation has shifted from music mogul to scandal magnet. In the midst of this, every person linked to him, friends, colleagues, and romantic partners, has been pulled into the chaos. Yung Miami, who was once seen at his side at award shows and private yacht parties, is no exception. Fans are convinced that her tears are connected not to random sadness, but to her history with Diddy. Social media went into overdrive. Twitter threads dissected her every word. TikTok creators analyzed her body language, and YouTube commentators suggested that her breakdown was a cry for help. Some went even further, spinning viral claims that Diddy may have left her with scars, emotional, financial, or even physical, that she may never fully heal from. Whether these claims hold truth or not, the narrative has taken root, and the public seems unwilling to let go of the idea that Diddy ruined Yung Miami's life. But why are fans so convinced? The answer lies in patterns. Whenever Diddy's name trends, it's usually tied to lawsuits, shocking allegations, or stories of manipulation and exploitation. His long list of controversies has set a precedent, and fans now view anyone connected to him as a potential victim. For Yung Miami, this means that even if her tears were for personal reasons unrelated to Diddy, the world automatically assumes the opposite. Yung Miami, born Koresha Brownlee, has never been shy about her emotions. From her music to her interviews, she has always projected honesty and rawness. But this time, her vulnerability sparked a narrative bigger than anything she may have anticipated. Instead of fans showing sympathy and moving on, they linked her pain to Diddy's destructive path. And that's where the fire started. The moment her tears hit the internet, phrases like "Diddy ruined Yung Miami" and "she knows too much" began trending. Screenshots of their past appearances together resurfaced, painting the picture of a glamorous romance that may have had shadows lurking behind it. People recalled how she once defended him online, how she flaunted lavish gifts he gave her, and how she proudly stood by his side despite criticism. Now, the same fans who once admired their bond are saying those gifts came at a cost she never deserved to pay. The entertainment world loves a scandal, but what makes this one particularly explosive is the timing. With federal authorities circling Diddy, lawsuits piling up, and whispers of criminal behavior growing louder, Yung Miami's tears seemed to fit perfectly into the puzzle. Fans began suggesting that she had insider knowledge, that she had experienced things behind closed doors the public couldn't imagine. In this theory, her tears weren't random, but the result of finally breaking under the weight of secrets she's been holding. As bloggers spread the narrative further, some claim that Yung Miami may have been manipulated into silence for years. They speculated that her luxury lifestyle, funded by Diddy, was not as glamorous as it appeared. Instead, it was painted as a gilded cage, a life of riches masking control, pressure, and emotional strain. By this logic, her tears represented freedom, a sign that she was finally reaching a point where the truth could no longer be hidden. Whether true or not, this narrative is magnetic. Audiences are glued to the possibility that a superstar like Yung Miami could be the next to reveal devastating truths about Diddy. After all, when power begins to crumble, it often crumbles from within. And who would know more about the inner workings of Diddy's private world than someone who shared his table, his jet, and his confidence? In the middle of all this, Yung Miami has stayed mostly quiet. Outside of the viral breakdown, she hasn't directly addressed the speculation. But silence, especially in the world of celebrity gossip, often fuels a fire. Every day she doesn't clarify, the rumors grow louder. Fans interpret her quietness as fear, as confirmation, or as a strategy to distance herself without directly attacking him. Regardless of her intention, the result is the same. People believe she is hiding something huge. The psychology of fans plays a massive role here. People are naturally drawn to stories of the mighty falling and of survivors rising from the ashes. Yung Miami's tears, when combined with Diddy's downfall, create the perfect storm for a scandal narrative. It's the classic script. Powerful, man exploits younger woman. Woman suffers in silence. Woman finally breaks down. Truth comes out. Whether this script matches reality or not doesn't matter as much as the fact that people want it to be true. This craving for a scandal has real consequences. Already, Yung Miami's brand is being shaped by these rumors. Every headline about her ties her name to Diddy. Every TikTok about her focuses on her supposed pain. And every fan discussion paints her as a victim. While sympathy can sometimes help a celebrity's career, being tied to an endless scandal is a heavy burden. Yung Miami may find herself forever linked to Diddy in the public's mind, no matter how much she tries to move forward. The big question now is, will Yung Miami speak out? Fans are begging for clarity, not only to satisfy their curiosity but also to hear her side of the story. They want to know if the glamorous romance was truly a nightmare behind closed doors. They want to know if her breakdown was connected to secrets too dark to say aloud. And most importantly, they want her to confirm what they already believe, that Diddy ruined her life. As Yung Miami's tearful breakdown continues to echo across social media, the speculation about her connection to Diddy only intensifies. For many, this isn't just another celebrity crying moment. It feels like the climax of a long, dramatic saga that's been quietly building behind the curtains of Hollywood's glitz. People remember the early days of Yung Miami and Diddy's public relationship. At the time, their pairing was unexpected. She was a young rap star on the rise, while he was a seasoned mogul with decades of fame, power, and controversy behind him. Many fans saw their romance as transactional, Diddy offering luxury and influence, and Yung Miami offering companionship, youth, and loyalty. She received extravagant gifts, cars, jewelry, trips on private jets, and flaunted them proudly. On the surface, it looked like a Cinderella story. But now, as fans connect the dots, they see the glitter as a distraction from something much darker. Comment sections are filled with phrases like, "She looked happy, but was she really? And we should have known those tears were coming." Social media thrives on hindsight, and in this case, fans are rewriting the narrative of their relationship. Every smile Yung Miami once flashed next to Diddy is now viewed with suspicion. People are convinced that behind the designer clothes and champagne glasses, there was pain she was hiding. Diddy's recent controversies have only added fuel to the fire. Federal raids on his homes, lawsuits alleging abuse, and constant rumors about his private parties have painted him as a man living a double life. On one side, he's the music mogul who gave the world Bad Boy records. On the other, he's portrayed as a shadowy figure surrounded by dark allegations. When a person like that is linked to someone as vulnerable and emotional as Yung Miami, fans quickly assume the worst. Some bloggers have even suggested that Yung Miami's tears are not just about emotional scars, but about fear. The idea that she knows too much has become a hot topic. People speculate that she witnessed things, illegal, shocking, or dangerous, that she cannot publicly reveal. In this narrative, her crying is seen as the pressure finally bursting through. Fans describe it as a coded cry for help, as if she's silently telling the world she has been carrying secrets that are eating away at her soul. One viral TikTok broke it down like this: Yung Miami ain't just crying over nothing. She's crying because she's seen behind the curtain and she can't unsee it. Diddy ruined her by making her part of that world. The video received millions of views and thousands of comments, with people debating whether she should speak out or stay silent. This idea of Yung Miami being trapped in Diddy's orbit plays into a larger cultural narrative. For years, Hollywood and the music industry have been accused of swallowing young stars, chewing them up, and leaving them scarred. From Britney Spears to Megan Thee Stallion, fans have seen examples of women whose personal lives became entangled with powerful men in ways that nearly destroyed them. To many, Yung Miami is just the latest name on that list. The fascination also comes from the fact that Yung Miami once appeared so confident. She was outspoken, unapologetic, and bold in her music and interviews. To see someone like her break down publicly is jarring. It raises the question, if even someone as strong as Yung Miami can be broken, then what kind of force did it take to push her there? Fans answer this question by pointing their fingers directly at Diddy. Meanwhile, online detectives are combing through her past interviews for clues. They replay clips where she defended Diddy, looking for moments where her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. They analyze her tone when she talked about him, suggesting she was forcing positivity. Even her silence during his most recent controversies is being interpreted as evidence. Fans argue that if she truly had nothing to hide, she would have publicly distanced herself. Instead, her careful silence is seen as a sign of fear or complicity. The theory that Diddy ruined Yung Miami also ties into the broader conversation about how women in hip-hop are treated. In an industry dominated by men with power and money, young women are often viewed as disposable accessories. Yung Miami's situation is being used as a cautionary tale by fans who warn other female artists to avoid the traps of powerful industry men. "This is what happens when you deal with these moguls," one fan wrote on Twitter. "They give you the world, then leave you broken." There's also a financial angle to the narrative. Yung Miami was showered with expensive gifts during her relationship with Diddy, but fans wonder what it cost her emotionally. Some argue that she may have been financially dependent on him during that time, making it harder to walk away even if she wanted to. This theory suggests that Diddy didn't just ruin her emotionally, but also tied her future to him in ways that left lasting damage. But not everyone agrees with the victim narrative. Some critics argue that Yung Miami knew what she was getting into and willingly played the game. They claim she enjoyed the luxury, attention, and benefits that came with Diddy's world, and now she's simply facing the fallout. This opposing view paints her not as a victim, but as someone who made choices that backfired. However, even in this argument, Diddy is still framed as the destructive figure who pulled her into his chaos. The debate has essentially split into two camps: those who see Yung Miami as a victim of Diddy's toxic influence, and those who see her as complicit in the choices that tied her to him. Either way, the common thread remains the same: Diddy is the one blamed for the outcome. The phrase "Diddy ruined Yung Miami's life" continues to trend, showing just how deeply the public has linked her pain to him. In the midst of all this, the question remains, will Yung Miami ever speak out directly? Some believe she is preparing for a tell-all moment, either in an interview, a documentary, or even in her music. After all, hip-hop artists often use their lyrics to reveal their truths. Fans are already waiting for her next project, convinced that hidden messages about Diddy will be tucked inside. Others, however, think she will remain silent out of fear, or because the situation is too complex to address publicly. The uncertainty keeps people hooked. Every new post from Yung Miami is scrutinized, every word analyzed, every look dissected. Even if she posts something unrelated, like a selfie or a casual video, fans interpret it through the lens of the scandal. Her entire identity in the public eye is now entangled with the narrative that Diddy ruined her life. The emotional impact of this speculation cannot be ignored. While fans may treat it as entertainment, for Yung Miami, the constant chatter must feel suffocating. Imagine having every tear, every pause, every word reinterpreted as evidence of a dark secret. Whether the rumors are true or not, the weight of them is heavy. In some ways, the public's obsession has created a self-fulfilling prophecy. Even if Diddy didn't ruin her life directly, the narrative that he did is slowly reshaping her career and reputation. And Diddy himself? He remains silent on this specific issue, focused instead on the legal battles and controversies that surround him. But his silence only makes things worse. Without denial or clarification, fans assume guilt, they believe the worst, and they tie his silence to Yung Miami's tears. It becomes another piece of the puzzle, a puzzle that in the eyes of the public always ends with the conclusion that Diddy's influence is destructive,